The scene in episode 302, the third volume, second episode, when I actually tell Gabriel that he is my child, we had done that scene without that line in episode 13 of the second season. In that, when we first did it, I was just saying I was so disappointed in my sons, and he would be, he'd make up for that. And writer's strike happened, rethinking of a lot of things, and when we came back, I was one of those things where, oh, you can't guess what happens in the second episode. Well, what? Have you read the script? No. Well, we can't tell you. What do you mean you can't tell me? I'm going to get it tomorrow. Just tell me what it is. And it was actually Zach Quinto that we were both being teased with this, and I think that some of the guys have hints about what's really going to happen. And it was he that told me a couple of days before I got the script that he thought it was perhaps that he was my son.
There's always echoes around the cast about what might be happening in the future, so it was a possibility that had sort of emerged just before we came back to work on the hiatus, just among us talking. And it didn't shock me. I think, if you look at the history of Siler and you look at the history of Peter Petrelli, there have always been parallels, intense parallels that were drawn between these two characters.
You're like me, aren't you? I'd like to see how that works.
They always seemed like two sides of the same coin. Milo said it best, actually. We were doing a press conference last week, and Milo said, while it always seemed like we were two sides of the same coin, now it appears that we're made out of the same metal. And the way that it's revealed, too, is also really interesting and creepy. Totally creepy.
My sons have been such a disappointment. But you, I can give you what all boys crave from their mothers. Inspiration and guidance, comfort. Isn't that right, Gabriel?
My name is Siler, and you are not my mother.
But I am, dear. I am.
To me personally, as an actor, knowing this character and knowing where he comes from, it wasn't a mind-blowing leap.
I used to wish some stranger would come and tell me my family wasn't really my family.
For me, I was like, that's interesting, it makes sense. The journey that then catalyzes in terms of where the character goes as a result of being a Petrelli and the power that Angela has over him, that takes the character on a journey that was, for me, kind of mind-blowing and kind of really challenging in a unique way.